don't usually get this brand. They're out of the brand I want, so I'm going to try this and see what it's like. I gotta admit, it's very similar. I'm not really attracted to the branding for some reason. It just doesn't appeal to me, but it's better than the Great Value version. I mean, it's obviously not as good as Bertolli, but it's pretty darn close. Okay. Make sure I have enough. This meal does require a lot of effort, I'm not gonna lie. Not the easiest thing to make, but boy is it rewarding. And basically I'm piggybacking off something I've done recently, but I'm adding a few differences. You know, I like to do that. I like to take something that was good and see if I can improve it. Or make an alternate version. Tender, excuse me. I think that's going to be enough, so I'm going to go ahead and stick these in my container. That way they'll be used for something else. water break. I've been working hard. Once these chicken strips are done, I'm going to be cutting those into even smaller strips, or maybe even chunks. We shall see. Okay, we've got to keep an eye on the toast over here. Not wanting it to get fully done, remember? Oh, it's a little done. What can we put that in? Stick it right in here. Okay, so there's one of those done. I'm going to stick it in the oven. And now let's add the other. Alright, now back to the chicken breast. Chicken, I don't know why I want to call it breast. I guess it used to be breast, but chicken tenders. Alright, that's done on the front. Notice I cut the heat off. And now I want to add this white sauce. I did notice one thing. It comes with a mason jar. I really like that. So I have a habit of collecting jars for some reason. I don't know why. Just can't bear to get rid of them. Alright, mixing our white sauce with all the flavors that were in the pan. There was lots of flavor in there, trust me. And we're going to let this thicken. Hey, nothing wrong with getting a little taste test real quick though. I think it's very important to taste the food while it's cooking. Let's get our other spatula over here. I'm trying to keep two different spatulas. Those are cooking nicely. Great flavor. Wow. Wow, that's really good. Super creamy. Very silky to the tongue. I mean, really good. The onions and peppers are cooked just right. I stopped them at just the right time, in my opinion. I'm tired today. I wanted to cook because I want to taste something good, but to be honest with you, I woke up at like 5:30 and really tired. I'm ready to go to bed. Been busy today. Can't tell you what I've been doing, but I've been real busy. Half mental, half physical. I believe there's multiple kinds of work. You could be mentally tired and drained, and then at the same time still have a lot of energy you need to burn off. So I try to have a good balance today, and I found it. Alright. Okay. So we try to salvage whatever we can out of this jar. It always sticks to the sides. You're never going to be able to get it all unless you have some kind of technique I don't know about. You probably have to water it down, then it wouldn't be very good. Okay, perfect. Alright, got my jar over here to the side. I like saving those, like I said. My bread is cooking really well. I'm going to go ahead and kill that heat. It's going to still cook here for a minute. That's for the chicken. This is for the topping. So its colors changed a little bit. It was super white. Now it's like an off-white color with the goodness of those onions, mushrooms mixing in. It's going to be tasty. Real tasty. Right, so that's doing its thing, and the chicken is almost done. I mean, real close. Back off a little bit. Here we go. Take that plate that I just used for the bread. I think maybe I should keep that for the bread. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that for the bread because there's only been bread on there. Get this bowl. That's plenty. And what I have is cherubs, nature sweet, heavenly salad tomatoes are really good. I like to use them on salads. They're very versatile. Quite versatile. I wash the container as soon as I get it, so then I let it drip dry. I never have to wash it again after that, so that's good. Use the same knife I use to cut the. See if you can see that. Yeah. Take these little baby cherry tomatoes. Slice them in the pan, and I'll try to avoid that. That one's squished out. A little too ripe. But what you want to do is have some medallions. Let the knife do the work. Otherwise, you're going to be all those seeds and the juice will be everywhere. Sense that the chicken something needs to happen, needs to be flipped or turned or something. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It's starting to get that nice golden brown color on the outside. I like it. I like it a lot. And it's done. So I'm going to kill the heat. This is something I always get when I go to Cracker Barrel. I'll get these chicken strips with the carrots. Man, it's so good to me. Alright, let's kill the heat on that. Those are done. Now let's go back to our tomatoes. You don't have to do this step. It's going to add a lot of color and some acidity. Chill mode. That's what I feel like I'm in right now. Chill mode. I'm not totally excited or anything, but I'm still here with you. Let's see. You see all that juice that's trying to form there? Hold your tomatoes back and get rid of that. You don't want that for now. Okay, now we have our tomatoes. Let's take our chicken. So these have gotten cold, but it's all good. We're going to throw it back in the oven here for a second. If you remember last time how that worked out very well. Alright, so that is pretty much cooked all the way. Trying to avoid that. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. To the tomatoes. Alright, now let's get these chicken out. What I'm going to do with the chicken is I'm going to cut it. Woo! That was hot. I'm going to cut it into, it looks like it just wants to shred. So I'm using my spatula as a tool to control it. And that's okay if it wants to spread like that. It's all good. Might even be better than having perfect strips. If you want perfect strips that look perfect, then you probably want to cut it before you cook it. This is going to be just right, in my opinion. This is going to be perfect. Okay, chicken has been cut up. Chicken is ready. I was debating in my mind. I cut it in half for a reason. And let's see how this is going to work out here. I've got this one ready. Obviously, want to leave some room for the other one. Don't want to hog all the sauce. Okay, I can do just a little bit more. There we go, no more than that. Now, let's take this chicken, spread the chicken out. Are you able to see this? Yeah. Let's bring the chicken out. That might be a little bit too much chicken, but let's see how it tastes. Juicy. Delicious. Very moist. Okay. Won't be fair unless we got the other one out too. So let's be fair to our breads. Let's get that out of the way. I don't like that. Let's clean up for a second. Here we go. Alright, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one finished and get it in the oven to do its thing. Take your bacon pieces. Crumble those up. I am going to be using the bacon on the other one too, so we don't want to waste it all or use it all. Excuse me. It's definitely not getting wasted. Now take your tomatoes. Oh yeah, I do need to save some butter. Forgot about that. Alright, now we need some. What do we need? I think you know what we need. Cheese. Good it is. So let's be fair and spread that cheese out. This will be the first one we put in the oven, and we can work on the next one. I'm not going to go overboard like I usually do with the cheese. Okay. Now, that's plenty of cheese. Let's get this bad boy. I like just using this tray. We can throw it right back in the oven. So let's get this back in the oven to melt. Alright, now we can focus on this other one. I'm going to take the sausage. I think I want to mix the sausage in. Something's telling me to mix the sausage in. With the sauce. And I probably could have done that with the chicken, but I just didn't feel like having another pan. That was all greasy. It ends up being a lot of stuff to clean up and a lot of work, but I love you guys and I want to show you what's in my head. This is in my head and I just like to bring it out in real life so you can see what's real good. Alright, so let's see. You spread it out evenly, uniformly, possible. And I had the same idea that it was just gonna be overkill. I couldn't do it with just me and Kayla. I was gonna do both of those loaves of bread. It was just gonna be too much. But I'm gonna do the same thing with tomato base. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna have like a tomato base version and then have this Alfredo version, but it's just too much food, too much just for two of us. I know I'll end up eating too much, so I want to just make this. This is plenty for two people, trust me. We'll have, half and half. Half today, half tomorrow. Okay, perfect. Now, who doesn't like bacon? If you don't like bacon, you need to get out of this country. No, I'm just kidding. You might be vegetarian. That's good. That's more meat for me. Alright, perfect. So we have our bacon spread out. Let's throw our tomatoes. Truthfully needed a couple more tomatoes, but it's gonna be all right. In fact, it wouldn't be very hard, would it? Take just 2 seconds while that's cooking, just to make it right. End up going 3. Oh man, you know what I just thought of that would possibly be good? I just got a craving for it for some reason. Sesame seeds. The kinds that are already out of the shell. I'm going to try to start cooking with some different types of nuts. Man, I really like cooking with almonds sometimes, really good. Okay, so that looks good. And now we need what? We need our cheese. Let me pull you in closer for this cheese up. Let's see here. I don't know, it's very attractive without the cheese. Let me get a picture of that. So one side was chicken, one side sausage medallions. Other than that, exactly the same. That way we can see which one's better. We have our variable. If you remember biology or if you remember science, you had to have like a variable when everything else is the same except for your variable to see if that's going to make a difference. The others are called constants. So that's going to be good. And now we can do a little bit of cleanup. I always like this part right here where you get to use the sprayer. Alright, that sound tells me that it's back at the temperature. We're not looking for it to go off to be done, but I can tell that it needs to come out. And boy, is it going to be attractive. I can just look out and glance over there. And that's going to be good. We got our pan clean. I don't know if you have to wash the dishes, but half of the battle is training the people in your house to get rid of all the funky stuff that are on the plates, so that when it comes time to wash the dishes, you don't have to struggle as much. I know you want to look at those dishes, so here we go. Let's look at the trade-off. I'm about to do the trade-off, so here we go. Let's cut it off for a second. Oh man, look at that. Oh baby. Where are my gloves at? I'm definitely gonna need gloves on this one. I'm gonna give you another plate right here.